And we are back. Predictions, week 11 edition. In last week, I ended up going a whopping 7-7, putting my season total up to 101-49. Also getting my lock of the week right, which puts me to 5-5 in that. For the games I got right, we got the Panthers Bears, the Colts Patriots, the 49ers Jaguars, the Titans Buccaneers, the Lions Chargers, the Giants Cowboys, and the Commanders Seahawks. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. Starting out Thursday Night Football, 11-16, 8:15 p.m. All the games are in Eastern Standard Time, by the way. We have the Bengals, who are 5-4, and the Ravens, who are 7-3. Both of these teams coming off of heartbreaking losses. The Bengals ended up losing to a last-second field goal, 30-27, to the Texans. And the Ravens did the same thing. They ended up barely losing 33-31, last-second field goal, to the Browns. If you've heard me before, you've heard me say it. I am such a big fan of this Ravens team. I think they have what it takes to go all the way. So, because of that, I'm going to take the Ravens. This is a game where I could easily see the Bengals winning, but I'm just such a huge believer in the Ravens, so I'm going to take the Ravens. Moving on to the 19th 1 p.m. games, we have another AFC North matchup, the Steelers and Browns, both of them representing 6-3 records. We just talked about the Browns, last-second field goal, 33-31 against the Ravens. Meanwhile, the Steelers ended up holding on 23-19 against the Green Bay Packers. This should be another fun game. This is going to just probably, especially if the Ravens lose, really decide who's going to be competing with the Ravens, in my opinion, for the division. And I see the Browns winning this game. I just don't see the Steelers winning another game in a row where they get outperformed. Although it just got announced that Deshaun Watson is going to be out for the season. So that really is unfortunate for the Browns. But they do have a very capable backup in DTR, in my opinion. Next we have the Raiders, who are 5-5, and the Dolphins, who are 6-3. The Raiders get their second win with their interim head coach, as they ended up defeating the Jets 16-12 on Sunday Night Football. And the Dolphins had a bye week. I really like what the Raiders are doing. I'm rooting for them because it's an underdog story. Who doesn't like a good underdog story? But let's be honest, the Dolphins aren't losing this game. Give me the Dolphins. Bears and Lions, give me the Lions. Next. I'm sorry, I just don't see that game being fun whatsoever. So give me the Lions. Titans, Jaguars. The Titans are currently 3-6. The Jaguars are 6-3. The Titans, they ended up losing yet again, this time 20-6 to the Buccaneers. And the Jaguars, 34-3 to the 49ers. They got destroyed. That's a big concern in my eyes, considering how high I was on the Jaguars. I expected them to lose that game, but I did not think by 31 points, and they failed to score a touchdown. I'm going to take the Jaguars, but I'm getting concerned now with the Jaguars. Chargers, Packers. The Chargers are 4-5. The Packers are 3-6. Both of these teams ended up losing. The Chargers failed to win 41-38 to the Lions, and the Packers, same thing, 23-19. To the Steelers. This game has either potential to be one of the best games of the week and one of the worst games of the week. This game means a lot to me as well, because one, I'm a Packers fan. Two, I'm a big Chargers fan this season. I'm just rooting for them. And three, I have both of these quarterbacks as my two quarterbacks in fantasy football. I'm going to take the Chargers because it's the Chargers. I've pretty much picked them like every single week except when they played the Chiefs. So give me the Chargers. Cardinals, Texans. Cardinals are 2-8. Texans are 5-4. The Cardinals get their second win of the season. 25-23 to the Falcons game-winning field goal. And the Texans also getting another win. 30-27 game-winning field goal over the Bengals. As much as I love Kyler Murray, I think he's a great guy. And I am rooting for him. I just don't think he's going to be able to beat this Texans team who just has everyone rooting for them. Give me the Texans and give me them as the lock of the week as well. I'm taking the Texans to win. If you don't know how lock of the week works, I'll quickly explain it since we're in this section. I'm allowed to pick one team per week, and I can't pick the same team twice. So it kind of forces me to have to choose either do I want a high-powered team or do I want to take a team who's not so high-powered, very question mark, but get them out of the way. I'm going to take the Texans. We're kind of at that area now where I'm probably going to start picking the high-powered teams because we're late into the season. It just kind of makes sense. Cowboys, Panthers. Give me the Cowboys. I'm sorry, Panthers. I just have no confidence in you. Giants, Commanders. This is going to be one of the worst games this week. Giants are 2-8. They lost 49-17 against the Cowboys, and the Commanders, they ended up losing 29-26, 26-23 against the Seahawks, 1-2. This is going to be a horrible game. I mean, don't be surprised if this is one of the least watched games this season. I am going to take the Commanders, but I'm not, happy about it. So yeah. Moving into our 4:05 p.m. games, we have the Buccaneers at the 49ers. The Buccaneers repping a nice 5-5. Meanwhile, the 49ers repping a nice 6-3. This is going to be the Buccaneers are 4-5, I believe. Yeah, 4-5. I think the 49ers are going to win this game. I don't see it being very close. Although, if there is a team to give them trouble, I would not be surprised with the Buccaneers. They seem like a very sneaky team. Moving on to our 4:25 game, we have the Jets and the Bills. The Jets 4-5, the Bills 5-5. The Jets lost 16-12 to the Raiders on Sunday night, while the Bills lost 24-22 to the Broncos on Monday night. These are two teams who are, underperforming. The Jets have an excuse because, they're without their starting quarterback. Meanwhile, the Bills have no excuse, and I see the Bills bouncing back. I also don't see the Bills losing two in a row, or two. Not two in a row, but going 0-2 against the Jets this season. So give me the Bills. Seahawks, Rams. The Seahawks 6-3. The Rams 3-6. The Seahawks, they ended up winning 29-26 against the Commanders with a game-winning field goal, while the Rams had a bye week. I have the Seahawks winning this game. I just can't see the Seahawks losing. I'm so high on them as well, as I talked about, so I'm going to take the Seahawks. Vikings, Broncos on Sunday night. The Vikings 6-4, the Broncos 4-5. The Vikings won 27-19 against the Saints, while the Broncos won 24-22 against the Bills. I'm now on the hype train of the Josh Dobbs and the Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings. This is going to be an amazing game. This is a game I'm going to suggest people watch. I think this is going to be, a very fun game. I mean, you got Josh Dobbs, out of all people, performing so well, leading this Vikings team to a good record right now. You got the Broncos, who started out the season 1-4. They are now 4-5. Finally, we got the Eagles and the Chiefs. Eagles 8-1. They had a bye week. Chiefs 7-2. They had a bye week. This is going to be such a fun game. Rematch of the Super Bowl. This is either going to be so fun or horrible. But give me the Eagles. So that's going to do it. To quickly recap my picks, the teams I have winning are the Ravens, Browns, Dolphins, Lions, Jaguars, Chargers, Texans, Cowboys, Commanders, 49ers, Bills, Seahawks, Vikings, Eagles, with the Texans being my lock of the week. In case you're curious, the teams on the bye week are the Colts, who are 5-5, the Falcons, who are 4-6, the Patriots, who are 2-8, and the Saints, who are 5-5. I'm 5-5 with lock of the week. 7-7 I went last week, putting my season total up to 101-49. And in case you're curious about the playoff picture, currently repping the 1 seeds are the Chiefs and the Eagles. Repping the 2 seeds are the Ravens and the Lions. The 7 seeds, so the 2 and the 7s would play each other. We have the Texans and the Vikings. The 3 seeds would be the Dolphins and the 49ers. The 6 seeds would be the Browns and the Seahawks. The 3 and 6 play each other. The 4 seeds being the Jaguars and Saints, and the 5 seeds being the Steelers and Cowboys. And the 4 and 5 will play each other. The 1 seeds get a bye. Currently, we don't have any teams eliminated from the playoffs yet either, so all teams are still kicking through 11 weeks, so that's great to see. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I'll see you guys next time with probably Browns franchise. Goodbye, and hope you enjoyed.